So y'all get here real quick. What up, Norman? What up, y'all? So, if you guys have been paying a bit attention to boxing media and the boxing world, you guys know that Shawn Porter has indeed activated his mandatory position against Terence Bud Crawford. So, this completely debunks any any of the rumors or opinions that Shawn Porter was the one ducking Terence Crawford. That's not the case. Shawn Porter spent the past 3 days in a row in Bob Arum's office trying to make this fight happen. When he easily could have been like, oh, well, he's only offering a flat rate of $1 million. Let me just go fight somebody else. I'll make more money fighting an easy fight. Why would I take high risk, low reward? But instead, he's pressing the issue and he activated his mandatory position. That only happens when the challenger is pressing for the fight and they can't come to terms. The sanctioning bodies step in at that point. So that means that Shawn Porter's never been ducking Terence Crawford. It's Terence Crawford that's been ducking Shawn Porter. You know, people can say what they want, but at the end of the day, everything done in the dark comes to the light. And this also applies to the Errol Spence situation. How can you sit there and say that Errol Spence is the one ducking Terence Crawford instead of the opposite way around when Terence Crawford has the same actions against other top tier competition? And Errol Spence is fighting top tier competition. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense with math. These people just don't want to lose. Well, it's specific people who don't want to lose. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody wants to lose, but there are definitely people that are willing to take the risk. Errol Spence definitely took the risk. His first fight after his car accident was against Danny Garcia. And Shawn Porter fights all the greats. Shawn Porter's fought everybody except for Terence Crawford. And he's pushing for that fight right now. Who has Terence Crawford fought? A broken Amir Khan that's been knocked out 7 times. Glass jaw is what he's known for. Mean Machine, who dropped him. Kell Brook, 4 years after Errol Spence stopped Kell Brook, and he actually discredited Errol Spence's win over Kell Brook. Come on now. Y'all know better than this. Y'all know better than this. And Danny Garcia is goated. Exactly. Danny Garcia is definitely going to go down as one of the most decorated welterweights of this era. His resume is nice. He's been champion. He's also been champion at another weight class before, at 140 and at 147. And Shawn Porter has a win over him. So not only has Shawn Porter beat Adrian Broner, Danny Garcia, and Ordenis Ugas, but he's also fought Keith Thurman, and that was a close fight. And all his losses are close. He had a close loss to Errol Spence. So he more than deserves a fight with Terence Crawford, and he definitely deserves more than just a flat rate of $1 million for that fight. Bob Arum is a con man. He's even saying that Teofimo Lopez isn't a high profile fighter and isn't as big as he thinks he is, and he gets his cut either way. You can't do that. Teofimo Lopez just beat what's his name? See, I can't even think of the guy's name right now. That's how quickly he went irrelevant. Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez just beat Lomachenko. Who anybody who actually watches boxing and knows boxing, pays attention to boxing, knows that he was a hype job. Was he a great boxer? Yes, he was a technician. He was sneaky, slick. He was smooth. His combinations were perfection. But he had an amateur style boxing. He had an amateur style boxing style like that. That doesn't hold up in the professional world. Fundamentally sound is cool, but once you advance to a professional, you're supposed to make that fundamental style your own style. He started his career on a loss to Salido. They call him a glorified journeyman. I think he's better than what they call him, but that's what he's referred to as. And then they said he was green. Come on now. Lomachenko was not green. He was 26 fighting in the amateurs. He has almost 400 fights in the amateurs. And I believe he didn't lose at all in the amateurs. So no, he wasn't green. That man was a vet coming into his first fight as a pro. I feel like that fight should be about 2 to 4 million. I think Shawn Porter should get at least 3 million for that fight. No less than 3 million for that fight. So like if you want to be real with it, you want to be fair about it, he deserves more than what they gave Amir Khan, which is 7 million. Shawn Porter would destroy Amir Khan. And Amir Khan got $7 million just to take a dive. Like, was he going to get the brakes beat off him? Yeah. And what are y'all doing right now? Like the video. Was he going to get the brakes beat off of him? Yeah, he was. But he took a punch to the groin. Yeah, that's a low blow. But he could have shook that off. He's a fighter. I got punched right on the top of my hip by one of our heavyweights before in sparring. And yeah, it hurt. And yeah, I had to walk it off a little bit, but I finished my sparring. He could have finished that fight. Instead, he walked away with that easy $7 million. Oh, I don't even have to go to sleep for the $7 million. Let me go ahead and take that and never fight again. And now all of a sudden he wants to fight Kell Brook. Get the heck out of here. Put some respect on Shawn Porter's name, y'all. Shawn Porter gives us all the good fights. Think about it. What bum has Shawn Porter fought recently? I want to know that. He beat Paulie Malignaggi. He beat Devin Alexander. Beat Shawn Porter. He fought Keith Thurman. He fought Danny Garcia and beat him. He fought Errol Spence. And now he's trying to fight Terence Crawford. The dude has been going against back-to-back greats. And y'all can say whatever y'all want about Adrian Broner, but Adrian Broner is a three weight class champion. He's a 4-time champion. He's won belts at 3 different weight classes. Sorry, but like Adrian Broner will go down as one of the greats, whether you guys like his personality or not. And then even if you want to look at the bottom of the barrel and go to Paulie Malignaggi, he's a 2-time world champion. Devin Alexander has a good resume. The only way for Terence Crawford to be solidified in the welterweight division is if he beats a legit welterweight that's in their prime. Errol Spence beat Shawn Porter in his prime. Not only that, he beat Shawn Porter in his best performance. And Shawn Porter wasn't too far behind Errol Spence. Every round was close except for the round where Shawn Porter got knocked down and then the 12th round. So Errol Spence beat Shawn Porter by 3 points. Anybody else, he dominates him. The only other person that could have lasted, well, no, I won't even say that. Errol Spence broke Kell Brook. That's another guy that Shawn Porter fought Kell Brook in his prime. Shawn Porter fought Kell Brook before he took the L to Triple G. I refuse to allow anybody to say that Shawn Porter doesn't deserve this fight with Terence Crawford. He's been doing his due diligence. He's doing his job. He's fighting who he needs to fight. Get that man his money. But right now, we need to be thankful that fighters like Shawn Porter exist, because he's going to press for the best fights possible. There's not a man he won't get in the ring with. And to be honest, I don't think the energy will change when he moves up to 154. Let's be real about it. Okay, let me read your comments, Norman. I mean, I play baseball, but I know a lot about boxing. Okay. But Dustin Poirier did Connor dirty. Man, we talking about boxing. You talking about boxing, man. We're talking about boxing. You know, and what really annoys me about this is the people that disagree with me always seem to show up when I'm no longer live. They do not get on a live stream and say a thing. But y'all know what it is. If y'all have any contrasting opinions, be sure to go ahead and express them in the comment section once I make this live stream and upload, which I'm about to do in a minute. But yeah, I appreciate y'all that showed up, and I appreciate the one person that actually liked the video. But until then, off it in, out.